In 1999, the country was going through a crisis, so-called IMF crisis, and investor group led by Soros had an opportunity to take control of an investment bank here, and they asked me to come run it, surprisingly enough. And so I came and ran it for 11 years, and I did for about 9 years, rather, I should say. And it was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot, and now I've stayed. I think we've seen dramatic change in Korea. I think one of the things we've seen is that we have seen restructuring of the corporate sector. We have seen restructuring in some ways of many sectors, including government. We've seen, I think, people's talent skills have changed. I think people's global understanding of the way the world works has changed. It's just gotten much more sophisticated, but it's really upgraded itself. One of the things I think the crisis did for Korea was it really allowed us to restructure the country on a wholesale basis. So therefore, we saw tremendous changes, and it allowed us to take advantage of those changes. I think the other thing that's happened in the past 10 years is that Korea has taken really advantage of the growth that we've seen in China. We are very close to China, as everybody knows, and we're one of the largest trading partners of China. And Korea has always been one of the perennially top investors in China, and we've obviously invested heavily in China and reaped a lot of the benefit. I believe that the prospects for incoming students at Wharton are very bright, especially as it relates to Korea, because we have a tremendous need for those types of students. First of all, they have a global perspective. Second of all, they have a network through the Wharton School. They have a global reach within their own network. And we need people like that, because Korean corporations are changing from being a purely domestic company to become a multinational company. Now, we're obviously for certain sectors, we're at nascent stages. For example, the sector that I'm most familiar with, which is the financial services sector, we haven't gone as global as we would have liked, but we are changing very rapidly. I think we realize that what we do in Korea is inextricably linked to other parts of the world, and therefore we take advantage of those situations. If we do not take advantage of those situations, we will not be able to grow as quickly as we want, and furthermore, we will face competition from others who are coming into Korea. So therefore, we have no choice but to go global, and we need such students to help us grow on a global basis. Korea has its own, for the lack of a better word, idiosyncrasies. So therefore, you're going to have to adjust to them. Now, for some people, they adjust to it well, but I would urge rather that whoever is thinking of working not just in Korea, but in countries outside of the United States, to retain flexibility and to really have an appreciation for why the rules are set the way they are, and why not just the written rules, but why the customs are the way they are. And I think if you come in with an open mind, you will gain a lot from the experience.